hoy es el día del podio de la ciudad del Dakar.
Welcome to Dakar 2017. The time has come to celebrate this year's heroes as the world's most famous rally raid signs off in the Argentine capital of Buenos Aires. It's been an emotional roller coaster.
The world-friendly country of Argentina welcomes the Dakar, and here in the Plaza de la República, the famous obelisk stands over the widest avenue in the world, the 9th of July, which commemorates Argentina's Independence Day. This is Buenos Aires, capital city of Argentina. A photogenic mix of colonial and modern architecture, from downtown to Puerto Madero, from Palermo to Boca. As the eastern gateway to the continent of South America, the city has a rich history, and as its name suggests, there's plenty of good air to enjoy in the parks and wide open boulevards. Significant monuments marking the country's road to freedom are essential viewing for all visitors.
And so on Saturday, Buenos Aires paid tribute to the heroes of Dakar 2017. This year's Odyssey has taken the riders on an unforgettable 9,000-kilometre journey through the heart of South America to Paraguay, Bolivia and Argentina. A total of 97 bike riders completed the arduous journey, and whether they were riding for the big teams, Himoinsa, Yamaha, Sherco, Husqvarna, Honda, or just for themselves, the sense of achievement was overwhelming. They came from all over the world. It was 32 hours for the winner, Sam Sunderland, and it was double that for the last man home, Danny Robert Nogales of Bolivia. But no matter, they did it, and their odyssey is complete. Here's what happened in the quads. Marcelo Medeiros made a perfect start to his maiden Dakar with victory on stage 1, but the Brazilian would later retire after a crash. After 2 retirements, 2014 winner Ignacio Casale determined to see the finish line this year. Bolivian Walter Nasiglia took a memorable victory on home soil on stage 4 into Pizza, but he was also forced to abandon with mechanical issues. Sergei Karyakin finished 4th last year. This time he had his sights set on overall victory, the Russian moving into top spot on stage 4. Now Keith Coolan, no stranger to the Dakar, having completed the rally in all 4 classes. He was the stage 5 winner, and the weather occasionally playing havoc with the rally. Frenchman Simon Witz grabbed an 8-minute lead on stage 5, a sensational effort in his maiden Dakar. On to stage 7, the end of the line for Gustavo Gallego. It's an electrical issue, the circuit is cut and I can't find the problem. Argentine's rally coming to an end just before the return to home soil. Disaster then struck for Witz as well on the road to Salta. I don't understand, it won't start, and I haven't got any spare batteries. I'm devastated. Meanwhile, the overall battle hotting up nicely. The top 2, Karyakin and Axel Dutry, trading blows over the dunes, though the Frenchman would later fade. A warm welcome in La Paz. a chance for the competitors to catch their breath on the rest day in the Bolivian capital. The quads continuing to battle Mother Nature. Onto the 10th stage with Kandayakin leading the overall standings by nearly 7 minutes, and navigation proving to be a bit of an issue between Chilecito and San Juan. Watch out for that car. Kandayakin winning the stage by over 10 minutes to extend his lead over Casale. A mechanical issue for Nelson Sanabria. Well, the truth is I was counting on this stage to gain time and position, and then my quad broke. I can't believe it. Well, the Paraguayan's hopes of the podium evaporating. 2015 winner Rafael Sonic finished 5 hours off the pace as Kandayakin cruised to victory. He's the first Russian to win the Dakar in a class other than the trucks.
I don't understand this. It's like a birth of a child. When it's just born, you don't understand what is it. Same on finish on the Dakar when you win it. You're a winner, but you don't understand it yet.
So Kandayakin winning by almost an hour and a quarter from Casale. Pablo Capetti over 4 hours back in third place ahead of Sonic and Dutry. His training regime at altitude in Kyrgyzstan clearly paid off. A superb victory for Kandayakin in his 4th Dakar, and a perfect early birthday present several weeks before he turns 26.
Recoleta, Buenos Aires, on the banks of the River Plate in front of the Argentine Automobile Club national headquarters, the winners are fated on the Dakar 2017 podium. The Peugeot squad jubilant with their trophy triple in the cars. Félicitations! And pozdravlenia to the Kamaz crew, united in their 14th trucks victory. This is the ultimate dream of veterans and rookies, professionals and amateurs alike, to take their bow having completed the most famous rally raid in the world, by any means necessary. Every finisher of this motoring marathon rewarded with a medal and memories that will last a lifetime. Dakar 2017 kicked off in Paraguay, and on stage 1 for the cars, Nasser Al-Attiyah was on fire, literally winning the stage with flames pouring out of his engine.
When you see some smoke or some flame, you know, you think immediately it's a game over, you know.
A great start for Spaniard Chevy Pons in his Ford, second quickest on stage 1. But a big roll on stage 2 took him out of the rally. Stage 2 was also tricky for Finland's Mikko Hirvonen, sliding his Mini in the mud. While the Peugeots started to dominate, Sainz and Loeb on top form in the first long stage of the rally. Navigation problems hit most competitors in the first major off-road section in the deserts of Argentina. Worst hit was Al-Attiyah, who lost a wheel.
We know it's a game over.
The other factory Toyotas fought amongst themselves. Sebastian Loeb hit the sand hard, while teammate Stefan Petterhansel took advantage, claiming his first stage win of Dakar 2017 in style. Stage 4 saw Peugeot's Carlos Sainz rolling hard down a steep ravine and out of the rally for the 5th consecutive time. I was too quick into the corner. I thought it went straight, and I went off. While Dakar bike legend Cyril Dupre got first stage win in the Dakar on 4 wheels. A great drive by the Argentine Orlando Terranova, breaking new ground in the altitude of Bolivia, consistently in the top 10. Leading buggy Eric Bernard was going strong, until this crash in the dunes, bouncing off the desert bushes, leaving him and co-driver Alexandre Vagnot desperate for help. just to get them back on four wheels. A passing Romain Dumas was happy to oblige, albeit in a hurry not. This is one of Argentina's best-known racing drivers, Facundo Arduzo, making his strong Dakar debut at the wheel of his Renault Duster. Also Peruvian Nicolas Fuchs making his debut in his Henry Racing Ford, fourth best rookie. Martin Prokop here in his F-150 Evo Ford, co-driven by Ilka Minor. Yazid Al-Raji came back from altitude sickness to get some very quick times, while disaster struck for fellow Mini driver Mikko Hirvonen. Beached on a dry riverbank, looking for help with co-driver Michel Perrin, and later in the stage got his radiator crushed in a collision with a truck. Nani Roma was Toyota's only hope, but the two-time Dakar winner could only manage fourth, the best of the rest. An intense duel was developing between compatriots and teammates, Mr. Dakar Stefan Petterhansel and Mr. WRC Sebastian Loeb. The latter made big gains, absolutely flying, flat out, to catch the leader on stage 11. But the pressure was too much. A rare mistake for Loeb cost him a puncture and agonizing minutes changing it. After which, he was ragged in pursuit of his rival. He just about managed to avoid the Argentine geology. Stefan Petterhansel was absolutely untouchable, making a splash en route to victory number 13, further galvanizing his status as the most successful Dakar competitor ever. Confirmation, Mr. Dakar wins again. It's an all-French, all-Peugeot top 3, Gilles de Villiers managing to scrape into the top 5 behind Toyota teammate Nani Roma. Mr. Dakar does it again, and that's an ominous sign for all future challengers, an all-Peugeot podium. Their 6th Dakar win, their 2nd since their 21st century comeback. Loeb will be eyeing that top step ready for next year though. And more Frenchmen took the top step of the podium, Christian Lavier and co-driver Jean-Pierre Garcin winning the T2 class in their Toyota. Brazilians Leandro Torres and Lorival Roldan make history as the first ever winners of the newly inaugurated SSV class for utility task vehicles. In the big wide open countryside, the big machines were out, and what a bumpy journey it was. This year's truck race in the Dakar was as spectacular and demanding as ever, with drama and upsets in the water, mud and sandy paths of South America. It promised to be an intense battle between the Kamaz clan and title holder Gerard de Roy in his Iveco. With the Vikaman team hoping to trouble the established supremacy. 50 vehicles registered for this 2017 edition. Not all made it to the finish. During the first week, it was looking good for Dutchman Gerard de Roy, taking command of the race after 5 days. But never quite managing to distance the Kamaz army, led by Irat Mardeev.
2 kilometers.
And like on their previous triumphs, it would be a collective effort from the blue team with only one goal, to make their factory conquer glory. And while the battle went on, all would suffer in the terrible conditions of Bolivia and northern Argentina. A good surprise of the rally came from the Maz truck of Belarusian Alexander Vasilevsky, conquering 6th spot overall. After the rest day, two-time Dakar winner Gerard de Roy would start struggling, losing his leadership to his rivals from Kamaz. For his third Dakar, young Martin Macic continued his progression, claiming 10th spot in spectacular style. But the man to beat would be Eduard Nikolaev. Winner back in 2015, Ayrat Mardiev would have to settle for 5th spot, playing an essential role as a fast assistance truck for his teammates. It would be a disappointing addition for local hero Federico Villagra. Third last year for his debut in the truck class, the Argentine would have to settle for 4th position. With 2 punctures and a navigation issue on stage 10 of the race, Gerard de Roy would lose all hope of retaining his crown, eventually finishing on the 3rd step of the podium. Born and raised in the pure Kamaz tradition, Dmitry Sotnikov was at the height of expectations, bettering his 4th position of 2014 to finish 2nd in Dakar 2017. But the man of the rally would be Eduard Nikolaev, a driver that many had considered as the successor to legendary Vladimir Shagin when he decided to stop his career. 4 years after his last success on the rally as a driver, the 33-year-old put Kamaz back on the highest step of the podium and was carried in triumph by the entire blue team, claiming a 14th crown on the rally. In the final overall standings, it's a Kamaz double ahead of the 2 Iveco trucks, not a single man in that top 5. And blue was the colour to be seen on the finished podium in Buenos Aires. Kamaz were simply untouchable, with Eduard Nikolaev as their little Tsar under the proud eyes of the boss, Vladimir Shagin.